Hi, welcome to the syllabus video for Bio 124H. That's for the hybrid. Kind of awkward, I get it. We're not meeting this week because I already had plans and was going to be gone out of town because the day that we start class is actually my anniversary, and we always do an anniversary trip trying to make sure to concentrate on the relationship aspect, because it's very easy to let life kind of, get you, and then you forget about what's important. And so we made a vow to each other when we first got married that every single anniversary we would revisit pretty much where we got married. So that's what I'm going to be doing at the time that this class would normally be taking place. So I figured, since that's happening, doing this. Now, some of you will have been in the Bio 123 from last quarter, so you already know how to do this. You've already met me, you've got a clue, but I figured I'm going to go ahead and knock out the syllabus video, and then there will also be a separate welcome, like introduction to me type video. Trying to do them separately because I'm trying not to make all of my videos just like this, really long and overwhelming, but I tend to talk a lot, so they're still going to be kind of long. Anyway, without further ado, here is the syllabus for winter 2021 at GMC. This class is typically going to be on Mondays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. This includes a lab. Yes, that is a very long time. Yes, we will have a break partway through there. Sometimes we will be done a tiny bit early. Sometimes we might run a tiny bit late because some of the labs take a little bit more time. A lot of this is based on how interactive you are in the course and how quickly you come back from said break partway through. Anyway, we are in room 3. You probably already know that. I'm Linda Bernhardt. Call me Ms. B, Professor B, whatever. I've been called a lot of different things. Just try not to make it rude. That would be helpful. And something even remotely like my name, because then I'll, know you're talking to me. Anyway, email address. That really is the best way to get in touch with me. Some people will actually constantly message me through Moodle. I can't reply as quickly through Moodle, and so emailing me is best. I do actually also have a number I'm doing for text now, and I'm looking at this going, where is the number so I can tell you? Yeah, I will be adding the number onto, I'm going to be adding the number on our Moodle page in case you want to text me. Now, if you text me, it might still take me a little while to respond. If you email me, it's still going to take me a little while to respond. Why? Well, I have multiple jobs and I do not always have my phone on me. I am that person. I keep it on Do Not Disturb. I have a tendency to put it face down, and I have a tendency to leave it in a different room as I walk off and go do something else and then go, oh crap, here's a phone. I need to check this. So I will be giving you a phone number, and you will be welcome to text it, or you can email me here. Both of those will notify my phone, and so I will be able to respond as quickly as possible. If you send me a message through Moodle, again, it will alert me, but I will not be able to reply to you until I log on to Moodle unless they've made some kind of change. But I don't do Moodle on my phone. So there you go. Now, office hours, pretty much before and after class. And I am giving basic office hours to all of my classes, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 3. During that time, you will be able to text me with the number I'm going to post, and I will be guaranteed to actually have my phone near me so I can respond. Or if you really want to do a face chat kind of thing, then we can do Zoom. So Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 3 is when I'm actually willing to do that. If you want it in person, it's going to have to be on Mondays before or after class, because that's the only time I'm on campus. All right. We have a course description. You have to have taken Bio 1, 2, 3. So if you took Bio 1, 2, 3 with me last quarter, we did like this much of the book. Well, this quarter we finish the book. We have a whole bunch of learning objectives, all the stuff we're going to cover. There's our textbook. I let you read all this. I'm not going to read it all. Now, notice here where it says about the laboratory manual. They will have this in the bookstore. Feel free to grab it if you want to, but we will not be using it. There are some really interesting labs in there, so if you just want to get it so you can look at it, feel free. But we, in our lab, our class, we don't use the lab manual because we do not have a wet lab. Ours is a dry lab. So most of the labs, if not all of the labs in lab manual, we don't have the way to do them, so I just don't worry about it. We have our own types of labs. Now, accommodations. If you need any kind of special accommodations, make sure you contact Director Anderson and make sure that all the paperwork is filled out, and then, you alert everybody. If it's something I can fix simply, just let me know. At one point, I had somebody who could not see the color blue. He was colorblind to blue. He told me, so I just simply didn't use blue. Easy fix. All right, class format, lecture discussion. The reason it says lecture/discussion is because I will be performing, that sounds so funny. I will basically be doing some lecturing with PowerPoints, talking, but I want you to also be talking back. You need to be asking questions, be interactive. The more interactive you are, the better the class is, the more everybody gets out of it, and the less painful it becomes. If you just sit there being completely quiet, staring at your phone, just, that makes the class very boring and very painful. So please don't do that. Just, some interaction, that's all I ask. And then we're going to have some labs. Sometimes the labs are going to be something we do in the classroom. Sometimes the labs are going to be online. We have a variety of them. We have tests, of course we do. You have to have tests. It's kind of a rule. Then for these, there'll be multiple choice, short answer, that kind of thing. You need to be ready for them. And since this also has a lab, it is 100% fair for me to ask a question from a lab on the test. So there you go. There will be an ethics writing assignment. We do that writing across the curriculum. So for GMC, every single course is supposed to give you a writing prompt, but a writing assignment. We'll cover that a little bit later. Now grades, here's the part that most people want to know about. So the grades, I do it on a point system. You have a chance to get 1,000 points by the end of this quarter. 1,000 would be perfect. So that means every 100 points is pretty much a letter grade. This means as soon as you hit 900 points, you have an A. You are guaranteed an A. Your points never, ever, 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 ever go down, no matter what. You can have earned up to, say, 875 points and then never turn anything else in, and you will have a B. It will not go lower because you do not lose points. I never take any points away. You only add points. But, like I said, 900 and higher is an A. 800 to 899 is a B. If you get 899.7, that is still a B because you did not get 900. You have to hit the magic number to go up. There we go. Now 700 to 799 points is a C. 650 to 699 is a D. Don't know why, but it is. And then 649 points or below is an F. So trust me, you want to keep track of your points. Now, take a look at your grades. Keep track of your grades. Look at them. I grade pretty quick for the most part. I try my hardest to keep up with it like this, so you always know where you stand. Once I have posted a grade, comes down here somewhere. Once I've posted a grade, you have 7 days to discuss that grade with me, as in to say, I don't think that's my right grade. If you think you were graded unfairly, please talk to me. But you have to do that within 7 days of me posting that grade. When it is, say, week 7, you cannot sit there and argue a grade from week 2. That is too late. 7 days, that's what you have. That's the fair part. All right, we have drop add and withdrawal process. All of this is for you. You have to be the one to initiate this. If you decide to withdraw from this course, you need to talk to the office about how to withdraw. Do not just stop showing up. That is the worst thing you can do. Now, if you think you're going to have to withdraw, if it's because of your grade, you want to make sure you get a certain grade, before you withdraw, come talk to me, because I kind of have the way the points come in throughout the quarter skewed a little bit. And so if you start to get nervous, just talk to me and we'll see if it's possible to get the grade you want. Yeah. Attendance policy, you cannot miss more than 2 days. You will be withdrawn from the course for the 3rd absence. Yeah, and if you miss more than 3 hybrid assignments, you will be withdrawn. So you have to do the hybrid assignments and you have to show up for class. The fact that we only meet, 7 times this entire quarter, you really need to be there. If you leave class early, if you leave the lab early, if you go off on break and you don't come back, all of those will count as an absence. You have to actually be present for the entire time. If you are one of the people who will then sit there later and say, oh, but Ms. Bernhardt, you have to understand, I have to be at work at this time. I'm going to tell you, you shouldn't have signed up for the class at that time then. Kind of that, you have to be there. There are also no makeups for the lab activities that we're doing in person. If I say we are doing this lab in class and you miss the class, you get a 0 for the lab. There is no second chance. Okay. Hello, COVID. All right, we've got this pandemic going on. We are like upticking something fierce. And now, of course, we also have the more contagious strain that is going all over the place. We know it's been in the UK, Colorado, California, and I heard today, but I haven't verified it yet, that it has now hit Georgia. So we've got some massive contagions going on. So what you need to do, if you are feeling sick, you need to let us know. You need to immediately, don't just not show up and then go, oh yeah, but it's because, as soon as you go, oh my gosh, I don't feel well, I think I need to not come to class, you email me, and if you're smart, you will also just let the front office know. That way, in case you forgot to let anyone else know, they know. You want a paper trail. You want to make sure you have emailed everyone you can think of to make sure they know that you are not lying, that this is an actual issue. Then you also keep up with whatever coursework and assignments that you have. We will do what we can to help you, but if you have already missed a couple of days and then you get sick and then you're missing more and you haven't turned in work, there's no way you can pass the class. So please talk to us immediately so we can help you stay on track if you end up getting sick. Tardy policy, don't be late. There you go. We have a lot of stuff to cover. I know what I'm going to cover each day. If you're late and you miss stuff, can't help it. If everybody keeps getting there late and we can't get started on time, or if you get there late, it distracts the entire class and then that makes us get a little behind, we're just going to be there later. So just be on time. Here we go. Yeah, no, I don't do makeup assignments. None. If you notice, I have it italicized and bold and larger font where it says there are no makeups and no extensions. When I say something is due at a particular day and time, it's due then. That's it, 100%. I'm not going to budge. A lot of people hate me for it, but by the end of the quarter, you're used to it and you will find out you are a much better student for it. So if something closes on Sunday at 10 p.m., that's when your stuff closes, by the way, Sunday, 10 p.m. If your stuff closes Sunday at 10 p.m. and it's been open all week, because it will have been open for an entire week, because they open Sunday morning at midnight, and you tell me, oh, but Ms. B, you don't understand, my computer messed up, or I lost my internet tonight, I just need till tomorrow, I'm going to tell you I'm very sorry, but you should have done your work earlier. So please don't push it off. Just get it done early and you don't have to worry about it. No makeups, no extensions, none. There you go. Late work, again, I don't accept it. You have to turn it in when I tell you it's due, or you can turn it in early. Never, ever, ever late. Email. I'm supposed to remind you to check your GMC email, so GMC email. Turnitin.com. This is a plagiarism checker, and it will be used. So when I say do not copy and paste, make sure you do not copy and paste, because plagiarism can get you kicked out. So please don't do it. Okay, we have the online library. That's here. You've got the GMC honor code, which is I will neither lie, cheat, steal, nor tolerate those who do. Just remember, don't. All right? Again, do not plagiarize. If you are using someone else's words, you have to use quotation marks and a citation. If you're using somebody else's idea, but they're your own words, you still have to do a citation because you got that information from someone else. Yeah, if you need help with citations, talk to me, I'll help you out. All right, no food or drink allowed, period, exclamation point. You have to wear a mask in class. You have to keep your nose and your mouth covered in class at all times. This is very serious because I don't want to get sick. I do not want someone to bring this stuff into the classroom and ruin it for everybody. The fact that you have to keep your mask on your nose and your mouth the entire time means you can't physically eat or drink in the classroom. If you need to remove it for some reason, you have to leave the classroom. So if you're thirsty, you leave the classroom to go get the drink. It does not come in the classroom. I'm going to have to get very serious about this because I keep having people who think that they can get away with it, and I am about to have to start a punishment kind of thing in order to make sure nobody breaks this rule. So again, no food or drink allowed, period. Obviously, you're going to have a cell phone or something. Turn it off or silence it during class. I don't want to hear it. I also would like to not see you on it. You are supposed to be paying attention in class. So there you go. That brings us to number 3. You're supposed to be attentive and respectful. Pay attention to me and those around you. Don't be rude. Number 6 down here kind of goes in that, where I point out some people can't handle strong smells. So you need to be careful on the amount of perfume or cologne that you use. Some people are really subtle when they use it. They use just the tiniest bit and it's just the teeniest hint. Normally people practically bathe in that crap and it chokes me. And I mean literally chokes me. You will see if somebody has too much of it on, I will be backing away from them the entire time. Even wearing a mask, it will start choking me. I have asthma, makes it hard to breathe. I can't teach a class if I'm choking. So please, please, please keep an eye on that. And number 4, we need to make darn sure of this because I am horrible at forgetting about this. I have to step it up. You are not allowed to wear things on your head. You can't wear a hat. You can't wear, I can't think of what it's called. It's not a bandana. Anyway, you can't wear anything covering your head. Even if you have a hoodie, the hood counts as a hat. None of that's allowed. When you walk through that front door, poof, everything comes off your head. I mean, if you have your hair in a ponytail, you can have the thing holding the ponytail. But anything else, anything that's covering your head that can be considered a hat, a cap, or a hood, all of it has to go. So, not allowed. Not even a little beanie, nothing. Okay, COVID-19. This is reminding you again, we've got COVID-19 right now. Pandemic, it's huge, it is contagious, it's not fake, it's real, people die. We have so many cases. As I am recording this, I think we are over 21 million positive cases in the US. That's huge. So you have to wear a mask. Your mask has to cover your nose and your mouth, go below your chin. It has to stay on like this the entire time, not gapping, not here, this is wrong. It should fit properly. It should not be where you've worn it so many times, this part's ripped and it's just kind of flapping like this. And my personal preference is not the ones with the little air thing, because that's not really helping, because that little thing that's supposed to help you breathe better is just blowing your air out to everybody else. So it's not really protecting anybody else. Now, mask wearing, again, mandatory. If you want to take it off, you leave the room. And I am going to have to start I will stop speaking. I will have to publicly humiliate if I have to. And if people can't keep their mask on the way they're supposed to, then I might have to come up with a punishment for it. I don't want to. I would rather think that everybody in the class could just be responsible, good people, and just wear their mask and help protect their classmates. So there you go. Now, additional items for success. Read your book, look at it, actually check it out. Look through the syllabus of what we're about to cover so you know what we're covering each week. If you read the stuff before we have class, then you can actually ask very pointed questions. Now, the fact that this is a hybrid course and we only meet once a week, there will also be online videos. I don't have to do this. I choose to do this because I want to make sure that you still get the instruction. I already have all of these things recorded from last quarter, but I'm working on updating them because I also found from one of my other jobs that I can actually do the PowerPoints where it does the closed captioning, and so it'll put all the words on the bottom. And I find that extremely helpful. I comprehend better when I can read the words more than for hearing it. So I'm going to be working on updating the videos, but this first week, yeah, you're totally getting old videos. My apology. If I have time to update them all, I will, but yeah, chances are you're getting old ones, just so you know. All right, now going through your textbook, looking at those check your progress things, making sure you know what the words mean, that kind of stuff. That's one of the best things you can do. In order to do well in a science class, you need to be constantly revisiting the information. Okay, now here you go. Check this out. When do you think your assignments are going to be due? Go ahead. I'll wait. See if you can figure it out. Yeah. All of your assignments close at 10 p.m. on Sunday. It will always be 10 p.m. on Sunday, every single week. 10 p.m. The last week, there will be one change, and that will be the day, but it's posted everywhere. Weeks 1 through 8, your assignments will close at 10 p.m. on Sunday. Repeat after me. At what time? 10 p.m. I say this like this and make it like this on the syllabus because someone's going to tell me, oh, but Ms. B, I thought it was 11:59. No, 10 p.m. on Sunday. There we go. Just in case you missed it. 10 p.m. All right. Now, here's your points. I told you that I would be offering at least 1,000 points. So this is how it comes. You will have a total of 4 exams. You will have exam 1, 2, and 3, and then you will have your final exam. That's 4 exams, 100 points each, total of 400 points. Your lab grades are going to be worth 15 points apiece, total of 150 points. That means how many? 10 labs. Sometimes you will have more than 1 lab in a week. Other times you will have only 1. Hybrid grade, online lecture assignment, 20 points for each of these. You get 20 points for doing this. You will notice there will be something that says hybrid lecture assignment. That is where you are to watch the videos that I post, the PowerPoints, the lectures, whatever we did not cover in class. You will be watching those on your own time and then answering a question I told you to answer. Sometimes I might actually write the question in the lecture assignment. Other times it will just simply be something during the presentation that I say, this is what you need to write. Sometimes I say it at the very end of the presentation. Sometimes it's somewhere in the very middle because it just kind of, I don't know, pops into my head of, hey, this is a good question. It's not always going to be the same place. So in order to actually get these points, you will have to actually answer what I tell you to answer. All right, lab home/class work. There is an assignment you're going to be doing this quarter for one of the labs where you're going to have to collect information for 3 days in a row. You showing me you have done this before we start the lab is worth 45 points. So if you don't do it, right there, that's 45 points that are a 0 and a lab that you cannot do because you didn't have the homework. You will have to have this work in order to do that lab. And that lab also actually, I believe, counts double. So just by not doing this one assignment, you will pretty much lose a letter grade. It's important, clearly. All right, the ethics/writing assignment. Again, I told you we'll talk more about this a little bit later. It's 25 points. Not huge. It's not a hard assignment. Just do it when I tell you to. Then we have another hybrid grade. This is the weekly writing. You will have one of these every week, hence the name weekly writing. It'll just be a prompt. I'll ask you something, you tell me what you think. Kind of like with the other one, make sure you actually answer the question. That's it. That's all I ask. Don't try to, say, oh, wow, look how deep I am and try to use these giant words and make no sense. But also don't just try to BS it. Actually answer the question. They're not meant to be difficult. They should not take much time. It's more of my way to see how you think and how you're taking a certain topic. And then we have the weekly quiz. Each quiz is worth 10 points. So there you go. Weekly quiz means there will be one each week. Total quarter, 1,000 points. I do, however, have extra assignments already built in. That's not listed here because those will be extra credit. All right, here is how we will cover everything. Notice week 1, no in-person class on Monday. Everything's online. You have chapters 13 through 15, 13, 14, 15, that's what you're supposed to cover. You have a lab safety video, you have an embryology lab, and a speciation lab. I have video to help walk you through the labs, but then a lot of stuff you have to turn in. So right there, that's a whole lot of points right off the bat on week 1. Week 2, we also do not meet in person because it's MLK. We don't meet on that day. But you will then have more stuff to go through, and you will have exam number 1. I know it seems pretty fast, but these first few chapters, there's not a whole lot. As long as you have done what you're supposed to do, you should be good. Pretty much, you will have, each week you have the quiz, but underneath the part that says optional, it's extra credit stuff. You will also have every single multiple choice question from the test bank listed for that week. For that, you have unlimited tries. If you sit there and you go through that extra 1, extra 2, or whatever I call it, it keeps your highest score. You can slam through it. That is the best way to prepare for the exam because this is an online exam and it's going to be based off of those types of questions. So if you do the quiz I tell you to do, and if you sit there and do that extra one, which is going to look like huge. Some of them are going to have a couple of hundred questions. So you're going to be like, man, why would I do this? If you do it, you do very well on the test. There you go. Notice we then go along. We have each week, we have some more stuff we do. We've got labs. Some are in person, some are not. Anytime you see a V, that means it is a virtual lab. Anything like this is what we're doing inside class. So we have a few. And then that brings us down to week 9, which is the cumulative final. The thing to note is exam 1, 2, and 3 for this course, it'll be here online. It will be 100% online, but you get one chance only. If you open it up and then tell me, oops, I'm not reopening it. You will have one shot. That's it. But exam 4, that will be in person. I have stuff I need to ask you about and have you draw, that kind of thing, label, whatever. Exam 4, the final exam, will be in person. So that is it. That is your syllabus. You now know what to expect for this course. And yeah. pretty sure that's about it for this one. So I look forward to meeting you in a couple of weeks. And seriously, shoot me a message if you have questions, get to know you. And yeah, I guess that's it. So get to work. Lots of stuff to do. Peace out.